Hello and welcome to the garden. Today I'm doing a review on growing Hinona Kabu Turnip here in my southwest desert garden. So this is a seed packet from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and that shows the turnip I'm growing here. Mine do not get quite that large as what those little girls are holding. Here's mine. This turnip takes about 40 days to grow, and it's conical shaped. There, that's the size of mine by comparison. You could say, well, leave it in the ground longer, it'll get bigger. But when you do that, it becomes less of a tender, crisp root to enjoy eating. It becomes woody, difficult to chew, and unpleasant. So I do go ahead and harvest them. This one was probably in there for about 50 days. There's a couple more in my garden. And I think I have a couple of really tiny ones too. I'll show you what they look like when they're small. That cute little tiny thing. That's what they look like when they're tiny. So the reason this gets a mixed review in my garden is high marks for flavor. It's got a nice turnip flavor with hints of radish, and it's nice to saute up with other vegetables, eat raw. The leaves are soft and not fuzzy, which is nice if you don't prefer the fuzzy texture of turnip leaves. Let me show you the leaves. It doesn't have that typical fuzzy texture of turnip leaves, and so we saute up these and eat them too. And if ever they're too, unattractive, feed them to the chickens, and chickens like this as a snack. So with conditions in my garden, this plant grows a bit smaller than at least is advertised as how big it could be getting. But that's not a problem. I don't mind small vegetables, and they're flavorful, and that's not a problem. It's a good taste. What's my problem with it? Why is this a mixed review rather than a positive, completely positive review for growing these in the southwest desert? For me, it's a matter of quantity. I would expect in a seed packet that has 200 seeds to maybe get, 80% germination rate or something. I've probably eaten 5 or 6 of these turnips, and granted, a few of them went woody on me because I left them in the ground too long. So give or take a few more, and that was in the spring. And then now a fall planting of them has small yields. As I've just shown you, there's maybe 5 or 6 turnips here in the garden ready to pick, and then some young ones that I've put in the ground since this planting. And it just seems to me that there should be a whole lot more of them, having planted out the whole bed. So what's happening in my garden could be my own garden conditions, or it could be that this seed isn't really appreciative of desert climate. I don't know. But for me, my mixed review just is going to lead me to not buy it again. And so I'm enjoying the flavor this year. I will definitely plant out the rest of the packet and see how many I get. But man, when conditions are so tough here, I'm looking for seeds that can both be flavorful and endure and produce plenty of food for me to eat and my family to eat and for us to enjoy. So I hope that this works out in your climate and in your garden. This is a great vegetable. I hope you enjoy growing it. If you are having success with it in the desert, please let us know what your conditions are, and just make note of that in the comments. Let us know, hey, I'm growing it in the desert and it works great. I'm getting tons of them. Let us know what you did, if you have any special tips or tricks for us. If you're enjoying the content you see on this channel, please feel welcome to hit the subscribe button and participate in any conversations or begin a conversation in the comments section. Mainly this channel is about growing in the desert, but other gardening tips and practices. Just love gardening, and I hope that other people who are considering growing a garden will feel that they can go ahead and begin and feel that they can be successful and enjoy gardening. Hi. These girls are losing some feathers, and that's normal for them to molt every once in a while. Hi. Do you want some snacks? Turnip leaves. No eggs. That's normal too. If your chickens are losing feathers, that's called molting. And they don't really lay at that time. Is that yummy?